What's up guys, B-Rob here, and I want to welcome you to this week's Foods That Fight series. This one is on muscle wasting. I'll be right back. Welcome to this week's Foods That Fight series on muscle wasting or muscle atrophy. If you're new to the Foods That Fight series, please look right here. See that little thing up there? That is where you can go and watch the intro video, and that basically tells you the layout of the Foods That Fight series. But this week we're going to be talking about muscle wasting and the 3 foods that I've chosen, the foods that I actually eat that should or may or could help you prevent muscle loss or muscle wasting. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and talk about exactly what muscle wasting is. So like I said before, muscle wasting is also called muscle atrophy. And basically this is when the muscle tissue is either goes away or it becomes really skinny because of the lack of activity. And sometimes that lack of activity comes from people just not wanting to do anything, but sometimes it comes from because there's a disease that causes you to not be able to do anything, or there's injury or something like that where, again, it prevents you from being active. So that muscle is not being used and it goes away. Muscle wasting can also come from the lack of nutrition too. And because of that, the muscles have to feed, the nutrients from the muscles have to actually feed your other organs to keep you alive, and therefore the muscle gets smaller. Okay, so the 3 foods that I chose for muscle wasting. Number 1 is salmon. So salmon it's just this amazing food that kind of does a lot for a lot of things. And if you've been watching these Foods That Fight series, you may have seen that salmon is one of those foods that treats many different ailments, right? But for muscle wasting, the reason salmon is chosen is because studies show that the omega-3 fats and the vitamin D and the creatine that salmon has may help prevent muscle wasting. That's right, creatine. So this is one of those things that through my years of sports nutrition and working out, weightlifting and things like that, I have forgotten that salmon is a great supplier of creatine. So believe it or not, research shows, the study that I've used for this as a source for this video here, shows that salmon has 1.4 to 2.3 grams of creatine per pound of salmon. Right, so salmon is a good source of creatine, which creatine helps in muscle building, but salmon also has vitamin D, and vitamin D has been shown through numerous studies to influence muscle metabolism, right, and metabolism and muscle function. And omega-3, of course, that provides anti-inflammatory properties, which is also good for the muscles to repair and to maintain muscle size. All right. So the next food, the second food is eggs. Eggs is another one of those glorious things that just pack a lot of things in the small package that it is. So eggs are high in proteins and amino acids. As a matter of fact, every essential amino acid can be found in an egg. And I mean the whole egg, not just the whites, but the whites, the yolk, the whole egg, right? So I'm a big fan of the whole egg. And again, I know that there's some people who, eggs there's a lot of people that try to associate high cholesterol with eggs, but it's 2 different types of cholesterol. But anyways, eggs are great. One of the reasons why I chose egg is not only just because I eat them, but also because they have pretty much all the vitamins. They have vitamins A, B2, B5, B6, B12, D, E, K. They have phosphorus, folate, selenium, calcium, zinc, and all of those things are great for building muscle or keeping muscle. On top of that, you can buy omega-3 rich eggs, and that gives you those omega-3 fatty acids, which also will help, like I said with salmon, it will help with anti-inflammatory issues, so it will prevent inflammation, which gives you the perfect environment for muscle growth or muscle maintenance. So the next food is almonds. So this one was a hard one to choose because almost all the major nuts that we eat, like almonds, cashews, pistachios, walnuts, pecans, all those pack a lot of nutrients. Almonds have been really popular over the last several years as one of those go-to nuts. And so almonds has, I mean, it almost has like the perfect balance of protein, fat, and fiber. Also, they provide the ideal platform for muscle growth because they protect against free radicals, and they have nutrients such as L-arginine and polyunsaturated fatty acids, as well as a lot of antioxidant vitamins. So those are the three foods that I've chosen, three foods that I eat. If you go to the blog at LEANWellline.com, what you'll find is more information on those foods. You'll find some of my experience with how I try to prevent muscle wasting, and also I'll give you the ways that I eat these three foods daily or at least weekly, and I give you, of course, the sources that I use for the study. When you go read the blog at LEANWell Online, please click that little heart, and what that does is that lets us know that you read it and you liked it and you loved it, and that encourages us to keep putting out more information that's useful to you. But also, if you're watching this from my YouTube channel, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you for tuning in. This is B-Rob.